Welcome to the Citizen Developer Society. Why I call it a society, I'll tell you at the end of this video. But let's first understand what is citizen development and why I'm calling it the next revolution. Citizen developers. What are citizen developers? So anyone with little to no coding experience who builds applications using IT-approved technologies and processes is a citizen developer. So citizen, an ordinary person with no special training who does something which is usually done by professionals. That is the explanation of citizen. We have used this term in other contexts, like citizen journalism. People who are not trained on journalism and still end up creating great stories, creating great news stories. They are called citizen journalists. In the same fashion, we'll have someone who is not skilled as a developer, who does not know coding, ends up creating an awesome application. He is called a citizen developer. Citizen developers are empowered problem solvers from various lines of business who have the drive and determination to engage in app development, even though they lack traditional coding skills. So they are from the lines of businesses. They understand how business functions, and that is their strength. This helps them create solutions, not for just themselves, even before the customers, that solves the problems that they face in everyday life. If they are empowered with the revolution called citizen development, they can do wonders. Problems are best understood by people who actually are working on processes. They can create various solutions. Once upon a time, in India at least, we used to see job requirements in newspapers for computer operators. These were people who would convert the work done by other people and just type it down on the computers, and whether it was an Excel sheet or a word processor or whatever was the instrument where it was stored. Today, no matter where someone works, someone can work in sales, someone can work in marketing, finance, HR, even government departments. Every single person is a computer operator, no matter what they're doing. They are operating a computer. They are using multiple either CRMs or data processors and entering that information electronically. They're storing it electronically. Similarly, one day we see everyone will be a developer. No matter what's your expertise, no matter what's your education, no matter what you do in an organization, you will be a developer. And every company, irrespective of what it does, will be a software company. Every company will have to create their own solutions. Every company will be creating their own applications and using it to solve their own problems, and if possible, for the customers and other peers. Empowered problem solvers is what we want to create. I would like to share a small story here. So I started working in 2005, and my career started with BPOs. Primary job was to take calls from customers, AOL customers in UK. I would help them solve their internet problems if they were not able to connect, if their AOL chat would work, things like those. Slowly and steadily, I moved into Excel. I learned how to create charts, how to create reports, how to create pivot, and I moved into an analytics kind of a role. Then I started managing a team of business analysts where I was taking an interview, and one of the guys that I was interviewing, he mentioned he has got experience with Tableau. So what I did was I downloaded Tableau. I created some simple but effective reports on it, and I presented it to my VP. And he was excited. He said, "We should have seen it before. We should have done some analysis on these lines before." Now, understand the happiness of creating something without knowing coding, without being able to code, without being able to go through a long education, which requires either an engineering degree or a computer science degree. I'm not, I'm neither. But I was able to create one report that was able to give a wow experience to someone else. Now, that created a circle. I ended up implementing a number of Tableau reports and Tableau projects across the organization, and many organizations after that. I worked as a Tableau consultant. I worked as a project manager. I worked as operations head, where I was creating Tableau solutions for my clients. With just simple mathematical operations, I was able to create something. That is a very empowering feeling. And that is what we want to start. That's what I want to teach people. Later, I took the foundation course on business analysis for PMI, and the framework that they've developed, the management of citizen development programs that they have created, it's awesome. And what I thought was, let's translate it into, take the citizen part of the citizen development and use it for actual citizens of my country. I want to train 1 billion citizen developers who can become empowered problem solvers. So apart from the methodologies, I'm not even authorized to train on methodologies of PMI, but I want to train on tools and techniques of a number of top low code, no code platforms, and add. So what I intend to do is to create a program, create a training program where I train people on these low code, no code systems and help them turn into citizen developers. In the mix, I'll be adding a whole lot of problem solving techniques. What I want to create is a system where people can identify requests, where people can identify problems, can drill down to the root cause of the problem, and solve it with one of the tools available, one of the low code, no code tools. Create a solution, get the feeling of creating something new. This they can either use as a way to become more employable or to start something on their own, or just to help society at large. So please join the training programs, and I will be sharing them on my website, shaker.in. I'll be looking forward to seeing you there. Have a good day.